Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Speed Build Mondays, everybody's favorite day of the week, except for the fact that it's Monday. And this particular Monday is a very bad Monday for me. That's tomorrow. It's Sunday, by the way. My time. It'll be Monday, your time. By the time you're watching this, my day will be somewhat over. So tomorrow I work from 9 until 5:30. It's a long day. And I have a thing to do in the morning at 7:30. So I have to drive all the way to this thing and then drive all the way back to work and then work. So to say I'm looking forward to tomorrow or not looking forward to tomorrow is an understatement. I am not. I am very much not. My alarm is set for 5 o'clock in the morning, which is way too early for one to wake up. Anyway, before I babble on about my day, I want to explain what we're building today. If you notice by the title, I have no idea what I'm going to call this, but something. Actually, I have a slight idea, but this is a wedding venue. I'm making a beautiful wedding venue. It may or may not be for one of my Let's Play families, characters. You will have to figure out which one. I'm telling you, it's Rags to Riches. Yes, my Rags to Riches sim, Lucas Pearson, who I love to death, is not at all engaged. He is dating a girl. And I have no immediate plans to get them married, but I did want to build this just so I had it in case I decided last minute that I wanted them to get married. He needs to propose first, which I have plans for that as well. But I thought I wanted a nice lakeside wedding with a nice house. I didn't want just an outdoor wedding. It is outdoors, but there is this nice house that has the kitchen and a nice actual suite in it. So the married couple can stay the night if they so choose, and they can have a nice good old time at the house here. There's a suite with a huge master ensuite. It's massive, and then a kitchen downstairs. There's no dining table, but you can easily eat outside. The house turned out a little bit smaller than I had hoped, but that's just because the lot is a little bit smaller than I had anticipated, but that's okay. It's all good. It turns out perfectly fine. I feel like I used the space quite nicely. It turned out as expected, which is very weird for me because usually my builds do not turn out as expected. It took me so long to figure out where I wanted these bloody stairs. I cannot believe it took me this long. It should never take anybody this long to figure out where the heck to place stairs. But I just couldn't figure it out. Finally, I get it where I kind of like it. I really don't like only having one block upstairs. So when you walk upstairs here, you have one block to get upstairs. I have to do it that way for the size of this house. So it really is what it is. I don't think it turned out that bad. I kind of like it. If you like it, the description for my EA Origin ID will be in the down bar. You can check out all my builds, including this one, which hopefully I upload on time because I'm pretty bad at that. I might upload it tonight just so I have the time and it's up there when you guys are watching this. That would be great, wouldn't it? So anyway, if you guys watched my speed reno on Friday, thank you. It was a good one. It was I don't exactly. Oh no, you know what? I do remember which one that was. That was a good one. I did mention in that speed reno, I'm also very sorry that there was no fly-through for that. It was kind of a very busy week for me, so the fly-through had to kind of wait. So that reno, actually, I mentioned going to a fair, and that fair was this weekend. Turns out that fair, horrible. Also, it was my birthday weekend, that too. That wasn't great either. It was okay. Just because I've been so busy and I just didn't really get to enjoy it as much as I wanted to. Anyway, went to the fair. It wasn't great. They had some animals there, but the animals weren't kept in great condition, so it kind of made me more mad than it did excited. There was a cow there with a baby calf, and the cow seemed very distressed. Obviously, it's hot out. It's been riding in a trailer for who knows how long. The baby calf was only 3 weeks old and taken from its mother, just so people could come in. I was happy that they had a no petting rule for the cows because it seems like that would just stress them out even more. But it's at the same time, I don't know. The animals just seemed stressed out. Also, they had this pen, not even a pen. It was an enclosure with glass so you could see into the enclosure, and they had the stages of the chickens. So like they had the chickens that lay the eggs, the hens that lay the eggs. Then they had the chicks in another section. Then beside that they had like the like younger chickens, which is fine. But like in the background you could see the picture of how these chickens actually lived. And my mom and I couldn't figure out why they put that there, because honestly, it looks horrible. I mean, chickens, anybody who knows that if you don't get free range chickens, you're buying chickens from like a farm where they shove them all in this small enclosure, and that's how they live. And for some people that's totally fine, but for others like myself, it's weird to see, and that's what they were advertising. And it seems like morbid almost that you would advertise that, and like no one's gonna want your chickens if they live in such horrible conditions. It was strange, and we were trying to figure out why it was like that. Also the like, okay, I'm sorry if you are one of these kids, but there's a vendor there. So like these people were selling things. One person was selling honey, which we bought happily. It was good honey. But there's a vendor that was selling fidget spinners. And I'm sorry if you're one of those kids or adults that have fidget spinners. I don't really get the craze of it. It's kind of like last year it was kendamas, those things that like the wooden things with the ball attached that you like flip up and you put the ball, try and catch the ball. It's like ball on a cup but on a stick. I don't know. Kids were crazy about that last year. This year it's like fidget spinners and like fidget gadget things, which is weird. I guess it's not a video game, so I'll give it that, but it just seems weird that all these kids are walking around with fidget spinners, and that's literally all they do is fidget, which I guess is okay. It helps with people who have anxiety. Someone like myself, when in nervous situations, when my anxiety gets really high, I tend to fidget with my fingers or fidget with pens or something. So I guess it would be cool, but I feel like in a fidget situation, I'm not going to whip out a fidget spinner. And I've said fidget way too many times in this sentence, so I'm going to stop saying that. Anyway, that was for sale. There were also like t-shirts and things like that, but nothing great. It was so small. It was in the park by my house, and honestly, this park is huge. Like, it has like 6 fields, and they only utilized 1 field. And it was really overcrowded and really small, so not my thing. However, there is another fair coming up that's close to me, but it's in the town over, and that town is so much bigger than our town, so I'm assuming that possibly it'll be a little bit bigger. Things are a little out of whack all over because we have people coming from where the towns have been evacuated due to our large forest fires, or wildfires, I guess you call them. We've started putting up evacuation zones near my town, so it's been a weird summer because we're trying to help out the people who are pushing out our way, which is quite a far hike for a lot of those people who are affected by the wildfires. And also they're not getting any better. They're in fact getting worse, the wildfires. One town was evacuated with so little notice because a wildfire literally sparked and the wind like brought it towards a fairly large town, and they were evacuated without any notice. And it's been crazy, and it's been pretty sad to watch the news lately because that's what our news has been focusing on. And obviously all these people, I think there's 37,000 people that have been evacuated from their homes so far. So it's one of those, it's been off, I guess. It has been like super duper dry. We haven't had rain for probably 2-3 weeks maybe. I don't see any rain in the forecast. It's supposed to be hot and dry as per usual. And we've had really bad winds recently, so like the winds are picking up the fire, and it's been bad, and these people are not having a fun time. I'm hoping for rain for them because it's been so bad that we've closed down, I believe, somewhere around 30 provincial parks. All parks across the entire province have no smoking signs and obviously no open fires, or no fires period. There's a burning ban, which there usually is anyway here, from July through to September, just because of how dry it gets. However, there's never been a no smoking ban in all the parks, but in all the parks across the province, you cannot smoke in them. You will get fined heavily for that. You will also get fined for burning. So where I live, there's a bunch of farms, and from September, or I think it's October, I think you have to wait until the end of September to burn again, but from October to June, you can burn openly if you have X amount of acres. I think it's if you have at least 2 acres and the properties around you have to have at least 2 acres or something like that, then you can burn openly. But they're on a burning ban, obviously, just because literally if it goes up in flames. Where I live in a subdivision, so like there's houses all over, but outside of our subdivision, which isn't very big, it's just farms. So if like something goes up in flames, it's literally just sweeping through all of us. So lucky for us, we're not as dry as where the wildfires are, although we haven't had rain yet. So it's a scary situation, and we're all just sort of keeping our ears open and hearing about what's happening. And we have all of our, like, as many firefighters as we can lend over there, and then people from other provinces have come out and helped. I know that where my mom works, she works with the police. She's not a cop, but she works with them, and all of the police their vacation has been put on hold, so you can't take vacation right now because they've been trying to send people up there to help with like evacuees and getting firemen out, because obviously if the situation's worsen, then you can't leave the firemen in those situations. You just kind of have to let the fire burn as much as possible. So policemen in my town and in my surrounding areas are not allowed to take time off because we have to send them up to where the fires are. So it's been a weird summer. It's been a lot of heartbreak, I guess, is a good word to use. There's donation centers everywhere in all the stores that I've been to, so we're trying to help as much as possible, because could you imagine not knowing if you lost your house, and then not knowing when you can go back, not knowing if you go back to anything, if you go back to a job. You live in basically shelters. Lots of people don't have a lot of family or friends out here, which is good. But it's pretty scary. And I'm very much hoping that it rains at some point. And very much hoping that the fires are contained, because right now there's only like 30 fires going on. And I think I've only heard of one being 50% contained. The other ones are 0% contained. So, and this has been going on for probably about 3 weeks now. So it's been quite a while, and here I am complaining, and I'm not one of them affected, but I do know people who live up there who have had to come down because of it. And people who actually, I had a friend, parents who have just moved up that way. Luckily, they're not in any fire danger yet, hopefully not ever, but it's a big retirement community. Like, lots of people retire up there, lots of people sell their very expensive homes out here and go up there. But anyway, guys, this is what the wedding venue looks like. Let's make it a little more positive, less negative. This is what the wedding venue looks like. I went for a black and white theme, pretty classic. I think the house was meant to be this like grand, nice house with this really nice outdoor wedding. I had a separate area for eating and a separate area for dance floor. So these little gazebo things for the music and the bar area, which I thought was really cool. Hopefully you guys like it. If you do, of course, my EA Origin ID will be down below, and you can download it for yourself and hopefully have a sim getting married in it. What I'm going to try and do for the fly-through, I have a sim in my current household that is planning a wedding, so I might showcase their wedding here, and you guys can see it in action. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date on all this nonsense, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Yeah, so I do like this build. It's one of my, I'm not going to say it's my favorite, but it is one of my favorites. I did my outro a little early, which is why I'm stalling. I always forget I have to place trees. Ooh, by the way, this is on a lot in Windenburg. The picture for what's going to be uploaded to the gallery is in a different lot because I built this the wrong way, if you get what I'm saying. So when you upload it to the gallery, the house comes up sideways and you can't even see it. So note that. If you want this lot, put it in Windenburg and you'll get the exact same effect with the lake. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. and I will see you all in my next video. So have a great day, guys. Bye!